Brandon, I'm so glad that we've got a couple of minutes to sit down together and chat. Tell me a little bit about when you were invited to come to Southside.
So it was around 2020, right after COVID had just hit.
Mhm.
It was around summertime, and I had a teammate of mine invite me to come to Inside Out, the youth group here. It was just a fun experience, just hanging with new people, meeting people.
So your family saw you getting connected and they wanted to be a part of it. They wanted to come check it out and see what it was all about.
Yes.
I love that.
Mm.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Hello. Good to see you.
Nice to meet you.
Hello, Koskey fam.
Hi.
So glad that y'all are here. It is so good to see all of you. I've been chatting with Brandon for a few minutes. And okay, so what were you thinking as he's wanting to show up every single Sunday to Southside Church, a place you guys have not been before? What did that look like for y'all?
As most parents, you start off and you're just kind of the finance and transportation department, and you're kind of sitting in the parking lot for a long time, and pick up us at 7:30, and it's now 8:30, and it's like, wow, he's staying a longer time. So he was definitely, you could see he was appreciating the message and really gravitating towards it. So
what did it look like from there?
So I kind of showed up one Sunday and thought maybe I'd volunteer to kind of get in.
Yeah.
Else to
see
do
what's
it.
going on, yeah.
But I showed up one Sunday and met Eric Mansfield. So he's like, "Do you want to volunteer?" And I said, "Okay." So I signed up for transit as an 8th grade leader.
That's great.
Yeah, we both grew up Catholic, and it was very structured, regimented, and a routine, and you went because you had to go. And here the kids are, if they were late for going, I mean, you ever see the kids get ready and they're ready to get out the door faster than the parents are? They really wanted to be a part of this.
Oh, I love that.
I have a memory. We'd only been doing it a month or two, and we decided to sleep in on Sunday, and we didn't wake the kids up. They were mad at us. They were so mad. They didn't talk to us like for the rest of the day because we made them miss church. So we were like, okay, that was my eye opener, I think, that they were mad.
Wow.
that we missed it.
That's incredible. So Kevin, what about you? What's your experience been like?
I joined probably a month after Claire did, and I didn't want to be there. I did not.
That's fair.
So actually, another leader, Miss Becky, was like, "Hey, you should try Upstreet. You should try volunteering in the large group there." And all. So I helped out there, and then I moved out here.
That's awesome. All right, so now having been at Southside for several years, each of you have served in several environments. I'd love to just hear from each of you. Which environments have you served in, and which environment are you currently serving in?
So I've served in just about every environment in the church. I started with Wamba, and then went up to Upstreet. I currently help out main service, transit, and IO.
Wow,
currently.
you are all over the map.
Yes, sir.
Love it. What about you?
When I started leading here, I started leading a group in transit.
Mm-hmm.
I was a sophomore in high school at the time. And now that group that I started leading when they were in 6th grade, they're now freshmen in high school. And now that I'm in college, I still come and visit them on the weekends.
I love that. That's incredible. Claire, what about you? Where have you served and where are you currently serving?
I started in Upstreet, and then recently I've started in guest services, which I love. And then I'm back up in Upstreet with them, serving in 2nd grade.
And how about you? Where have you served and where are you serving now?
I started with 8th grade girls. The music was too loud for me. It was too loud. And I said, I think I could serve somewhere else better. So I moved over to Wumbaland really quick with the 4-year-olds, and I've stayed with them. They moved to Upstreet, so I did kindergarten first and now 2nd with them.
And the 2nd graders aren't any quieter.
Different.
Yeah. For me, let's see. We did transit for 6th grade, part of 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. Let's see. I'm now with Upstreet. 2nd grade Upstreet. And I've done the parking lot. I've done the parking lot a couple times.
Okay.
I was out there with JW a few times in the lot.
So 2 things that I take away from what you shared about where you've served and where you're serving currently. One, I'm so incredibly grateful. Our church is incredibly grateful for everything that you do at Southside. The other thing that I take away from that is that you've served in several different environments, which means that maybe that first one wasn't the right fit, or maybe it just wasn't the best fit. Maybe it wasn't something that you were super passionate about, and you were able to find what you are passionate about now. And I love that. And I think that's a message for anybody who's watching, that they know that, hey, when you jump into volunteer, we want you serving in a place that's going to be the best fit for you. Yes, there are needs, but we absolutely want you to be in a place where you feel like you're going to be used the most and be able to serve the best. And so we're so grateful that you guys have been willing to stick through it, not just to walk away from a volunteer role and not jump back in, but to step away from one and step right into another.
It can be nerve-wracking sometimes, just like putting yourself out there, wanting to ask. Like, it can be scary, but it's so worth it.
There's no doubt the results are better than the sum of the individual efforts that we've done, but it sounds like, wow, it's an awful lot of work. It really, it's not. I mean, it may sound like it's accumulative to be a huge amount, but there's always so much more. But it also hasn't been, it hasn't been burdensome to do that, or we feel overwhelmed by it. It's just one of those we've been very easy to follow and be a participant in.
Yes. I think finding a place to lead, like I know I found mine very quickly, but like so much like my parents, like they didn't find their place like off the bat. But that's what I love about Southside. It's like you can always find a place to be comfortable in.
When I jumped in at 8th grade girls, I thought, I'm gonna make a difference. They didn't bond with me. They had their own, routine, their own group. And somebody said, you've got to start young and follow them through. And I was like, you're right. Let's start young. And I've moved up with them through the grades.
Okay, so obviously you guys are serving in all of these environments, doing all of these things, and you've got your hands in so many different areas. It's probably easy to look at that and go, wow, this family's got it all together. They're doing all of that. So hard. I could never do that. What would you say to those people?
No, it's easy, and we're normal. We're ordinary. We're surprised you called us to do this. Very surprised.
And there's so many other families we see week in, week out in the hallways that are doing the exact same thing. So we're just one of a larger group.
It's nothing special. It's just showing up. It's just being here.